Welcome to Pick a Better Snack. This curriculum was developed by the Iowa Nutrition Network to encourage students to eat more fruits and vegetables. Each lesson, we'll be learning about the importance of eating fruits and vegetables for our health. Before we get started with today's lesson, let's warm up with a short exercise to wake up our bodies. Today, we'll be doing high knees. This exercise is similar to jogging in place, but you bring your knees up higher. When you do high knees, make sure your knees are going at least as high as your hips. Keep your hands out in front of you at waist height and try to hit your hands with your knees. That's how you know you're bringing your knees up high enough. You can also instead choose to move your arms back and forth like you're running. If you have trouble standing, you can choose to instead do arm raises like we learned about in our last lesson. While seated, bring your arms up slowly to your side until your hands are at the same height as your shoulders. Then bring them down and repeat. We're going to do high knees for 30 seconds. Get ready by standing up and finding a space in the room where you won't accidentally hit your neighbor or desk with your arms. Make sure your body is relaxed and ready to move. You can choose to start with your hands out in front of you or at your sides. Ready, set, and start. And stop. Great job, everyone. Let's sit back down at our desks now to get ready for today's lesson. Today's lesson is called Rethink Your Drink. Today, we'll be learning about the importance of choosing healthy drinks. Let's start off by answering the following question. What are some of your favorite drinks and why? Share your answer with your neighbor. Pause the video here to allow time for this question. Good job, everyone. There are so many drinks we can choose from. Now, try and guess which healthy drink I'm describing. This drink is delicious, especially when it's icy cold. This drink is full of calcium and healthy vitamins that help our bones grow and stay healthy. And this drink comes from cows. What is it? Share your answer with your neighbor. Pause the video here to allow time for answers. As many of you may have guessed, this healthy drink I'm describing is milk. Milk is an important part of eating healthy. On the My Plate guide, milk belongs to the dairy group. Together with fruits, vegetables, grains, and proteins, dairy foods like milk help make a healthy meal. On top of being delicious, dairy foods like milk, yogurt, and cheese help us have strong bones, teeth, and muscles, which are important for your growing active bodies. Now, we're going to listen to a story about milk, The Milk Makers by Gail Gibbons. After the story, we'll have a short discussion about what you learned. Let's get started with The Milk Makers.
The Milk Makers by Gail Gibbons. Read by Elena Reed. Cows are grazing in an open meadow. They are dairy cows, the milk makers. Other animals make milk too, but dairy cows make most of the milk we use. There are 5 common breeds of dairy cows: Ayrshire, Brown Swiss, Guernsey, Jersey, and Holstein Friesian. The Holstein Friesian is the most popular because it can produce more milk than the other breeds. A cow is able to make milk when she is 2 years old and has given birth to a calf. Her milk is the food for her baby. She makes more than her calf will ever need, so we use the extra milk. In the spring and summer, a dairy cow eats grass and drinks water from streams and ponds. During the cold months, she is fed hay, winter silage, and grains. The better her food is, the more milk she will make, and the better her milk will be. The food eaten by a dairy cow is tough and coarse, and it is hard to digest. Some of the digested food goes into the cow's bloodstream and finally enters her udder, where the milk is made. The udder has 4 nipples, or teats. Milk will come out of her teats. A cow can be milked by hand. To do this, the farmer grasps a teat in each of his hands and squeezes it with thumb and forefinger. Then he gently pulls his hand down the teat. The milk squirts out into a pail. Today, most farmers use milking machines, which are quicker and cleaner. A pump sucks the milk through rubber-lined cups that fit over the cow's teats. The action of the cups is like the sucking of a calf. The milk then moves through a pipeline to a cooling tank in a separate room. Now the milk is ready to take a trip. Every day, a big, shiny truck comes to the farm. Milk is pumped into the tank of the truck, which is insulated to keep it cool. The tank truck carries the milk to the dairy. When the truck arrives at the dairy, the milk is pumped into a big refrigerated storage tank. The milk is moved into a clarifier to be cleaned. Then the milk moves on to be pasteurized, which means it is heated to kill any disease-causing bacteria. Next, the milk is homogenized or forced through tiny openings under great pressure. This breaks up the fatty globules to give every drop of milk the same amount. Finally, the milk is packaged. The milk moves through pipes to automatic packaging machines. These machines fill and seal the milk into paper cartons or plastic jugs. Dates are printed on them to show how long the milk will stay fresh. Delivery trucks come to the dairy where they are loaded with the containers of milk and milk products. The trucks make deliveries to many stores. The milk is placed in coolers, ready for us to buy and enjoy.
Sharing time. Now that we've listened to the story, talk about the following questions with your neighbor or as a class. What did you learn from the video? How often do you drink milk or use milk in food? Pause the video here to allow time for answers. Thank you for joining us for today's lesson. See you next time.